How you doing, everyone? Old Musky Guy here, and this is my first product review. And what I'm going to be reviewing is the Piscifun Alijoz 400. Hope I said that right. There's been a lot of talk about these, simply because of their low price. But a lot of the reviews that people are seeing on these are coming from people who are actually sponsored by the company or have been provided the reels by the company. I'm not sponsored by anyone. I don't get anything from anybody. So I was lucky enough to get one of these early when they first got out. The 300s have been out for a while. People have been using those for musky fishing, and the reviews are pretty good on those. Then they announced they're coming out with the 400. I was lucky to get one right when they came out, so I've been used this pretty much my entire season, other than like the first month. But so I did get to use it quite a bit. What I can compare these to are Shimano's. That's what I've been using, the Tranx 400s, Calcutta, and the Cardiff. So that's what I can compare these to. And the first comparison, of course, is price. This cost me $130. That's less than half price is what you can generally get a Tranx 400 for. So that's the first thing. When it came in the mail, packaged very good. It comes in very good packaging, a lot of foam in it. I can't find the box it came into. I know I saved it, but it's you don't have to worry about these being shipped. They're not going to get damaged in shipping. They come very, very well packaged. So first thing you notice about them is they're quite pretty. The one I got is the purple. They come in a couple of colors, and I do have the high speed. That was all that was available at the time. It was the high speed model. So that's what I did get. Comparing these size-wise, they are a little bit bigger than the Tranx 400. Not so much that you can't get your hand around them at all, but they are a little bit bigger. They only came with a power handle. That is what I prefer. I know some people prefer paddle, but that's, at least at this time, what they're coming with is just power handle. I do like the knob on this handle. It's not soft, but it's not shiny plastic either. It's kind of I don't know if it's called brushed or what, but you get your hand stays on it very good. It doesn't slip off. So I do like that about it. One advantage that I do see over the Shimano's is Shimano's, it doesn't matter if it's the Tranx, the Calcutta, the Cardiffs, all of them, the drag seems to loosen up on them as you cast. Not a big deal because you should be checking your drag when you first fish, when you first start on the day, and it's not like after 2 or 3 casts. I mean, it's after a long period of casting. The drag slowly loosens up and you have to tighten it. Haven't seen that at all with these Alijoz. So that's what I like. Well, at least comparatively wise on it. I've caught fish with these. They handle them well. The drag works good. It's a smooth drag. Another thing that I do like, because I'm not the pro fisherman at the beginning, you can adjust rather than opening up and moving the magnets inside to adjust for your backlash. And that this has the actual, let's see if I can get a good picture of that, of the little wheel that you can turn to adjust that. So at the beginning of the season, I can set it higher and slowly go down in order to try and cast further. But so at the beginning of the season, I'm always a little rusty, so I like to set it higher so I don't have to open it up. If you do need to open these up, they have the there's a screw on here. That's another thing that I do like, rather than how the Tranx just has a switch on the bottom, and then if you pull it or turn the cover off. I lost the cover at the beginning of the season on a Tranx because I must have accidentally hit the lock, turned it to unlock, and went to cast, and off the cover went into the water, of course, and never to be seen again. So I do like that it does have an actual screw on it to stop. The drag is the regular star drag. Again, it adjusts really good. The tension knob here is also very smooth working that. So all that seems to work good. It's not that I didn't have any problems with this. I did have one thing. About 3-4 weeks after starting to use it, occasionally when I pressed in the button here, when I went to turn it, it wouldn't come back automatically. And that would just happen sporadically. And it was a little annoying. But eventually it started happening more and more until it got to be most of the time that I was casting I was doing it. So I thought, oh, maybe it just needs a little oil. So I took the cover off, took everything off, dropped a little oil in there, closed her up, tried it, and it was doing the same thing. So it was holiday weekend, but I sent an email to the service department on it, trying to explain. I was having a little trouble explaining exactly the nomenclature for the buttons and that. And they got back to me, even though it was holiday weekend, right away. And they just asked if I could send them a video clip of what is happening, which makes sense because, like I said, I was having a little trouble explaining exactly what's going on. So I went out to my boat to make a little video of what was going on, and it wouldn't happen at all. Apparently the oil that I put in there, that's all it did need, and eventually it got to the point that part that it wanted to or it needed to, and it wouldn't happen again, and it never happened again the rest of the season on it. So it was just a matter of it needing oil when it came in. So that might be something you might want to check when they first come in, just to make sure they are oiled well. And like I said, it's just putting a little drop in so it got down to the crank area on it. Just took like one drop, and it was working just fine. So at the beginning of next season, I'll drop in another drop there. It should work good. Another thing, these do come with the clickers on it. So let me just pull a little bit. Sound-wise, not quite as loud as like the Calcuttas are, but still loud enough, plenty loud to hear. So if you're using these for drowning some suckers or that, they work just fine. Clicker, it's not quite as loud, I don't think, compared to the Calcutta, but it's still plenty loud to hear. Cast smooth, never had any other problems with it. So, can I recommend these? Yeah, for the cost, less than half the cost of a Tranx. Yeah, I'm probably going to stick with these. Figure it this way: even if they last half as long as a Tranx, you're still ahead on money. So I don't see anything to indicate that they wouldn't last as long as a Tranx. They seem to be very well built. They cast well. So yeah, I'm now this, like I said, they're a little bit bigger than the Tranx 400. I'm using this as my heavy rod. I put it's got the salt stick, the SWAT. Put the SWAT. I didn't put the shock and awe. Not going that heavy. So this is what I throw rubber with. I generally don't throw the pounders, but like, Medusas, Poseidons, stuff like that. Throw that on there. I do like the high speed on it, especially with rubber. If you're giving it a jerk, give it a crank, you can keep that tension on really easy. I find it easier to fish a high speed reel slow rather than trying to speed up a lower speed reel. So I guess that's just what I prefer. That's just personal preference. I like the high speeds. It just gives you a little bit more versatility on them. So that's the Piscifun Alijoz 400. I said I do really like it. I'm going to stick with that. I'm going to probably also get a 300 or so when I need it to put it on my lighter rod. Those are even cheaper. So cost-wise, I don't think you can beat it, and don't be afraid of the low cost. They are well made. I don't see a problem with them, other than, like I said, they needed a little oil. It needed a little oil when it came in, but otherwise everything worked great. And it seems that customer service, like I said, they got back to me right away on that. So I'm assuming that they are pretty fast on their service. I never actually had to send it in, but it looked like they were already, once they knew what the problem was, to do that. So do I recommend these? Yeah, I do. Like I said, I've always been using Shimano's all along. I don't see any reason not to go with these, and because of the cost, it just makes sense to me. So on the 400s, yes, no? I say yes. Seems like a good reel. Till next time, we'll see you.